Chill Panic Diaries, episode 24, I think, is April something, and I'm still at like 29,000 subscribers. This is kind of like a reminder to myself, almost, about, because I'm reading Iron John by Robert Bly, and that combined with like the divine experience I told you about in one of the other videos, is really like, it's changing the way I think about everything. It feels like a biological clock in me is changing. I'm 32, or no, I'm gonna be 32 in August, and I feel like for the last 10 or 11 years, I have just been basking in the light of God, or put another way, I've been frolicking through the flowers, tiptoeing by the window. I've been like, I feel very connected to like my divine purpose, you know, like making music, channeling my emotions through that music, introducing chaos into the world via my art form, making the comfortable uncomfortable, or no, disturbing the uncomfortable and comforting the disturbed. Somebody got a tattoo of my fucking lyrics. Shout out to Michaela. I'm sorry. Mwah. That's amazing. But what I haven't been good at is cleanliness. The basics, the pushing the rock up the hill, and I've always looked down on that kind of. Like for real, I've had a bit of a superiority complex about my work ethic. I put work ethic in quotations because it's mostly stuff that I love doing, and you don't need as much fuel if you're doing something you love, which is good, and it's good to find that. But at the same time, you have to develop your like inner warrior. You know, you need to like, and this is influenced a lot by like Robert Moore, Carl Jung, Robert Bly, a lot of Roberts, I guess, Sebastian Younger. This mode of thinking that I'm in, you know, the whole King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. I highly recommend all those books. But look, this is a reminder to myself that developing discipline and mastering the ordinary is like not only something that's good to do, it's absolutely necessary. Because then if you can get yourself to brush your teeth every day, clean out your car, shave your head, then you can also edit videos when you feel like the edit's good enough, but you know deep down that it could be better, but you say fuck it and put it out anyways. You gotta, I feel like as a man, maybe as a woman too, I don't know, I can't speak for women because I'm not one, but as a man, I feel like you have to have your days mastering the earth. And I've spent a lot of time up in the clouds, and now it's just time to get dirty in the dirt, and I have to master the ordinary, simple things. And part of me regrets ignoring those things for so long, although part of me thinks it was important and brave to follow my heart through all the, like, quitting my job when I was like 21, and I had a kid, and she was like 2 years old, but she wasn't negatively affected by that because at the time I was staying at my aunt's house. Shout out to my aunt. But yeah, then and look, I still think it's important to pay attention to your gut, because that time period when I quit my job and really leaned into music and what I wanted to do showed me what my life could look like if I stayed on this path. And I literally, for like 30 to 60 days, I don't remember how long it was, I didn't stay out of a job long because I was like, uh-oh, this ain't working. But I made music every fucking day, and it was amazing. It was, even on days, there were days where I didn't feel like making music, but then I did anyways, and I felt so fulfilled at the end of every day. And it was just, I was nicer to my kid, everything just felt brighter. And that gave me a very solid anchor, like a really solid reference point for what my life could be. Although I wasn't mature enough yet for that to be my life, and I think I've reached a level of maturity now where I can handle that life, and I can grow into it. But I have to grow into it. So for the next 90 days, I'm still going to keep posting YouTube videos. I'm still going to make music when I can. But for the first time ever, my main focus is going to be trying to master the ordinary and develop the warrior. You know, just develop the warrior energy. And so this is like a goodbye to the lover for a minute, who I really appreciate you, and it's been fun, bro. It's been real nice, but I gotta step outside of that, and I don't know what I'm trying to remind myself. I guess I'm trying to remind myself that the ordinary is important, because that's something I'm scared I'll forget. But it's extremely important, and it'll help you in your passions. So you gotta do it, bro. You got to, or you're never gonna make it. Goddamn, dark as hell. You're never gonna make it if you don't focus on the ordinary and push that rock up the hill. So I'm gonna learn more about myths, because that inspires me. I'm gonna learn more about the archetypes of masculinity and spiritual masculinity, because I've always primarily been in my feminine, which is good and something I really like about myself. And it's lopsided. I'm like 80% feminine, 20% masculine right now. So I'm changing my diet. I'm going carnivore, just cold turkey carnivore, to hopefully increase my testosterone. So on the physical plane, I'm literally developing more masculine. During this time, I'm going to try to work out, but that's not my main focus because of my cholinergic urticaria. That might be so much that I won't be able to handle it, and I gotta stop talking to this and doing YouTube and fucking go get my daughter and take her to school and do the ordinary things, as a matter of fact. So that's all. Master the ordinary, and I believe it'll change your life for real, for real.